when you look back at it, you might be like.
So what's your space like where we're going to be moving?
Well, got it. It's only, how do I make, I can't make you see more, can I? If I'm using my phone.
Are you on a phone or a computer?
I'm on my phone.
I think maybe if you put me up higher and somewhere where it's a little bit back, then I'll be able to see most of you.
See, I'm not, do this. No, just go that way. If I just, I've got a little bit of room. I'm just
okay.
trying, like, I've got a mat down.
Perfect.
But you might not be able to see. I had thought about this before and I was like, how am I gonna like
I know phones are hard, but we'll make it work.
do it. But
that's
see,
pretty
that's
good.
not really, oh, I know that might work actually.
I think that's perfect. When you're back a little bit, I can see, yeah, you can have a seat and I could even see you there.
Yeah, you can.
That'll work. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. That might be okay.
That works for me.
Yeah, so I've just got like a little bit of room. I kind of cleared stuff away last night a wee bit so that I had some room.
Right. And we won't be all over the place, so you can kind of find the space you need with what we're doing.
Okay. I should have vacuumed this dog here everywhere. Oh, no. I don't get to that. All
right, so I'll tell you a little bit about yoga therapy since it's different than a traditional yoga class. So in yoga therapy, basically we'll move through 6 phases. So start moving and breathing a little bit, finding some edge, and then dropping eventually deeper into a meditation, and then kind of integrate it all at the end. But the idea is just to kind of explore what's happening in your body. So there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just kind of getting curious about what you're feeling and noticing your breath. And yeah, there's no wrong way to do it. It's just moving and breathing. So
yeah, which is like, which can be like hard to get used to because you're trying to do it at the same time.
The same time as what?
Well, you're doing the moving and the breathing at the same time.
Yeah, definitely.
So like I find that quite hard because I think, oh, should I be breathing out or in? Like if you know, like if you're saying, oh, breathe out and do this movement, then I'll breathe out, but I'm subconsciously thinking as well. Like I can't just, I'm weird like that. Yeah, it takes me like, yeah.
There's no really wrong way to do it too. Even if your breath is a little bit off sometimes, you still get the same benefit moving and breathing. So, and
I suppose it's just breathing, eh? As long as you actually breathe.
Exactly. Yeah. As long as you're not holding our breath. And then you know what feels good in your body. I'll be guiding you through some stuff, but ultimately you're going to have freedom with your movements and just listening to what feels right in your body.
Yeah.
And I got your intake form. Anything else you want to mention or anything you want to go a little deeper into before we get going?
No, I think yeah. Nah, I think that not really.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you can think of anything else you want to ask me. But
nope.
Yeah, I can't really think of yeah.
And then how are you feeling in your body right now? Like kind of what have you been doing? Where's your energy right now? What do you just notice right now?
I made a note that my arm was sore, didn't I? Did you read?
I did, yeah.
It's actually still quite sore. And my body's probably like, well, it'll be tighter than it should be because I was having massages. I don't know. But do you know much about the New Zealand and the mandate and all that mandate stuff with the jabs?
With COVID?
With COVID.
I don't know the latest one.
Nah, so but in New Zealand, like they made the health sector and basically said that people that weren't jabbed with that COVID vaccination couldn't go out and couldn't go to the gym, couldn't go to couldn't go to the gym, couldn't, just all these restrictions on where you could go.
Yeah.
So for like 3 months, the people that didn't get vaccinated were basically put out of society and told that they're bad.
So were you going out for massages and you haven't been able to do that a little tighter?
Well, a couple of people, like hairdressers, massages, waxing, like all that type of thing was in the health sector, classified as health sector. So you couldn't do it unless you're jabbed. But there was a couple of people that were flouting the law. It wasn't, mandates aren't even a law, but the government was saying it was a law. So there was a couple of people that were brave enough too. And there was like one person was doing hairdressing that I know, and someone else was doing massage that I know, that I found out about. So I did get one massage.
Okay.
But most people weren't flouting the law. Most people were abiding by it. So they couldn't have unvaccinated people in there, which was just is so wrong. And it's still the health sector. Still, nurses can't actually work in New Zealand without being jabbed.
Wow. Yeah.
Which is ridiculous, because there's quite a few people. I think there must have been a date in the last few days that was if you didn't have your jab or you're boosted by this, you can't work. So there's all these nurses being fired in New Zealand because they don't want their booster jab. They're just getting fired. 18 years experience, 25 years experience, they're gone.
Wow.
Which is ridiculous. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, so I haven't had as many massages lately as I, would have, and stuff like that.
Okay. So just
and there's all that kind of thing that I think about. So yeah.
Yeah, so just listen to your body as we're moving here. Like I said, I'll guide you and give some suggestions, but just take note of how it's feeling, and don't push through anything if it's painful.
Yeah. I'm not very flexible either, so I probably will feel it a bit. I'll be like, oh shit.
All right, let's start moving and breathing. So you can go ahead and stand up.
All right.
All right, find your spot on your mat here.
Yeah.
Close your eyes. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Just feel yourself here, grounding into your mat. Taking inventory of your body as you stand here before you start to move. On a breath in, bring those shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, roll them back down. Inhale, bring the shoulders up. Exhale, drop them down. And just begin to repeat this motion, your breath, your movement, your pace. Breathing and moving, shoulders up and rolling them back down. Start to bring a little bit more pace into your movement. Change the direction you're rolling your shoulders. Begin to make the movement a little bit bigger. One more, and bring your shoulders back to a neutral position. Take any wiggles you need. Inhale, breath, bring both arms up, palms facing up. Exhale, drop them down, pushing air down. Inhale, breath up. Exhale, push your arms down. Begin to repeat this at your own pace, your breath, your movement. Listen to your body here. Beginning to speed this motion up. Bringing arms up, dropping them back down. Taking your speed up another notch. Few more here. Good, come back to a neutral position here. Step your feet apart. And just begin to twist side to side, letting your arms fall against your body. Finding your breath, your movement. Swinging from side to side. Moving and breathing. Speeding up just a little bit more. Feeling your body move. Beginning to slowly decrease your speed till you eventually come back to the middle. Arms resting by your side. Big breath in, breath out. Just beginning to move your hips here side to side, bending into one knee and then the other. Building some heat in your legs. Your breath, your movement. Creating heat in your body here. Beginning to make this movement a little bit faster. Eventually coming back to stillness in the middle. Dropping your arms, letting them hang. Breath in. Breath out. Close your eyes. Notice what movement has brought up in your body here. Any sensations that might come to mind. Any areas that might be talking to you the loudest. Take a breath into that noticing. Find a breath out. And what are you noticing here in your body without moving? What comes up? What sticks out to you the most?
I'm just like clicking heaps.
What are you noticing here? What are you feeling in your body after we moved a little bit?
I'm just tight. I'm basically just tight.
Where do you feel tight?
Pardon?
Where feels what's calling to you in your body that where you feel the most tightness?
I don't know, probably just the shoulders.
There's the shoulders?
I think that, and back. I think that's why my arm isn't, it's because it's all just tight through everywhere. But my upper body is quite tight.
Okay. So it feels tight. How does it feel when you swing it around? Is it pain, discomfort? What do you notice?
No, it's not discomfort, but it's just just clicks a wee bit, and yeah.
Okay, so a little bit noisy there.
I know.
On an inhale breath, bring both arms up over your head. And on an exhale, cactus out your arms, squeezing your shoulder blades together, expanding your chest, looking up towards the ceiling. And I want you to just begin to explore holding this position, finding a little bit of edge here, maybe playing with pulling back, just exploring how this prolonged shape in your body feels. And begin to breathe. Breathe into whatever sensation is here. Just noticing your body at this edge. Inhale breath, extend your arms up overhead. And begin to bend side to side. Just taking any movement, calling to your body here. Breathing, moving, taking any wiggles, finger movements, whatever you need here. Just noticing what's happening here as you move, finding your breath to pull you through. Just continuing to explore here, whatever movement calling to your body. Take it, breathe, make it your own.
My arms are getting sore.
Yeah. So feeling a little soreness in your arms as you continue to move.
Yeah, well, just heavy because they're like, that is like, as I said, tights, or I haven't got the strength I used to have. So yeah, just feel it up like that.
Okay, so some tightness, some soreness, a little bit of heaviness as we continue to move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, really breathe into these shapes you're making here.
Oh.
What are you noticing?
Oh, no, it's just like clicky. My body just feels like crap. That's all. That's all I notice.
And how does it feel to kind of lean into that, to explore that clickiness? Is that a place that you want to go towards or kind of pull back from? What do you notice when that clickiness comes up?
It's not hurting. It's just, I've always clicked a wee bit in my, what exercise is it? There's one exercise with weights. Can't remember, was it when you do butterfly? Oh, it's that one, I think. When you go like that and you go like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've always clicked in like my elbow, I think it is.
Okay.
But I don't usually click anywhere else, but it's just there. But I am clicking a lot because I'm not, as I say, just because I'm not very flexible and I'm all tight, so I'm clicking more than I usually would.
Okay, so kind of noticing that clickingness in the elbow and then just the overall tightness in the body.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
More or less.
On your next breath, go ahead and bring both arms up one more time, reaching through your fingertips. And on an exhale, I want you to slowly dive forward, bringing your hands towards the ground, bringing a tiny bend into your knees or as much as you need in order to reach towards the ground.
Yeah.
And just let your head hang heavy here. And I want you to just begin to explore in this shape here, a place of effortless effort. Somewhere you can hold and be and breathe. Just noticing your body here. Noticing what comes up the longer you hold this edge in your body. Really directing your breath to the loudest sensation here. Finding one more breath in. On an exhale breath, slowly begin to come back up.
I'm up.
You're up.
I'm up. I made it.
What'd you feel in your body as you were holding that edge?
I felt my hamstrings because I'm not very as I say, I should be doing stretches and this kind of stuff an hour a day in the evening, say before bed or something, just to wind down, but I don't. But I should be.
Okay. Yeah, so you feel like you should be making some time for stretching. You feel it in your body.
Yeah, I should be, but I get sidetracked with other stuff and things once it's dark. So but I should do it. Yeah. It would help. I'm not playing any sport at the moment. I used to play soccer and stuff, but I haven't for the last 2 years because of COVID and mandates and all that. I haven't bothered, but
yeah. So it seems like a lot of things you used to do or be able to do with your body have changed.
Yeah, definitely. And I had operations 2 years ago, which changed everything as well. So yeah. So I'm still recovering. I'm still trying to get my body back from that, which seems stupid.
Yeah. Recovery.
Yeah.
Go ahead and come down to your hands and knees if you're able to.
Yeah, I can do that. Oh God, I know what might happen.
You're a little lightheaded?
No, my foot might cramp up, my arch. Well, it might. I'll just stretch it for 30 seconds.
Okay. And if it does in any position and it's uncomfortable or if it's too much sensation, you can always come out of it.
It should be fine just kneeling, but that's how ridiculous. That's what I mean. I'm not very fit and agile. I can walk, but okay, I'll try again. Hopefully. Okay, it should be all right.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, we'll come on to hands and knees, and then you're just going to step one leg forward into a bit of a lunge.
All right. We'll just change it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then go ahead and bring a hand to your knee and just begin to move around here in your hips. Once again, finding some moving and breathing, kind of bending that leg forward and back. Just feeling into sensation here, moving and breathing, however's calling to your body. making the movements as big or as small as you need. Almost like you're stirring up through your hips. What's happening?
Oh, I just about fall over because my balance is quite crap. I don't mean fall over, but you know what I mean. Like just kind of.
Yeah.
I need this arm as like the balancing arm.
Okay, so you feel a little bit of a need to be balanced here?
Well, if I move myself around in a decent wide circle, then I do. If I just go straight forward, then it's fine. But it's just like, you know, try and move around. Then I may almost leave my hand put out there.
So do whatever you need to. If that means that you do kind of lose your balance and put your hand down, if that's easier, or if that feels better to your body, however you want to move here. Just really getting into those hips. Yeah, and find neutral here. And I want you to bring your opposite elbow to the outside of your thigh. And then bring both hands together almost into a twist.
Okay. Yes.
Find what works for you here.
Yeah,
again,
it does. I can do it.
And this is your edge, so make it your own. Just find a place here where you feel challenged, but where you can sustain for a few breaths. Just be here noticing what comes up here and breathe through. Just really allowing yourself to anchor into this moment right here with your body. Find one more breath in. Exhale breath, come out of this however you need, back to your hands and knees.
Oh yeah.
Take your time.
Yes. I heard you. It's just like, oh yeah.
Yeah. And as you come out of that edge pose, what do you notice here?
I don't know. Don't know. I suppose I notice it takes me a bit to try and breathe and do stuff because it just does. Because when you're belly breathing, your tummy should go out a bit, eh? Like when you breathe in, your tummy shouldn't be breathing in, eh? It should be going like out type thing.
So yeah, and whatever works for your body here too. These are challenging positions. We're purposely finding an edge. So any breathing, better than not breathing at all.
Okay.
And as you're ready, come into the other side, bringing your opposite foot forward into a lunge. And once again, begin to find your own breath, your movement. Creating sensation here in your body, whatever you need. Just breathing and moving. Next breath, coming back to a stationary position here, and then opposite elbow outside of the forward thigh. Once again, finding those hands together and just beginning to establish your edge on this side. It may look similar, may be very different to the other side. Just listening to your body here, beginning to soften into that edge as you breathe.
I'm less balanced on this knee.
Do you notice the difference? A little harder to balance on this side.
Yeah, no, I do notice a difference. I've got one leg that's stronger, always been stronger than the other one.
Yeah, and just breathe into that awareness here. No need to change it. Just breathe into that noticing in your body. Just being with your body here right now. One more breath in. Breath out, begin to slowly unwind. Coming back to your hands and your knees. Maybe lengthening one leg behind you and then the other. Taking any movements, shaking anything out that you need here. Just being and breathing with your body in this moment. Finding one more inhale here. On an exhale, begin to sink your hips down towards your feet. Extending your arms long out in front of you. Really beginning to drop into a pose here where you can just be and breathe. Melting into this position. Adjusting this however you need. Just allowing yourself to be with your body right here, right now. Noticing and feeling your body as you breathe. Find another breath in here. On an exhale breath, begin to slowly make your way out of this position and eventually down onto your back.
Onto my back. Okay.
However you want to get there.
I'll just look really cat-handed. I'm sure there's a good yoga way that people do it that know what they're doing. There was, but anyway.
The only way is the way that your body wants to do it.
Yeah, well, that's true, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to do it, would you?
Yeah.
Okay. On my back. You won't be able to see me now. You just have to tell me. Because
Okay.
I'm lower than the mattress that's in front of me. Yeah.
Good. And as long as you communicate with me here, I don't need to see too much.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, I'm on my back.
All right. As you're ready, squeeze both knees into your chest.
Oh, yeah.
Just noticing what it's like to give yourself an embrace here. Finding a breath in. And on an exhale, begin to bring both knees over to one side, bringing your body into a twist. Yeah, and find a place here for your arms. Maybe you tee them out, maybe you keep them on your knees, maybe they come to your belly. Just finding a place here where you can once again drop into your body and breathe. Really feeling your breath move through your body here as you hold this shape. Just noticing what it's like to be right here, right now in your body. Coming back to your breath. Finding one more breath in and a breath out. Begin to unwind back to center, squeezing knees in towards your chest. Taking as much time as you need here. And as you're ready, beginning to drop your knees over to the opposite side. Noticing any unique sensation on this side of your body.
My left shoulder can't go on the ground like the other one could.
So some difference in the shoulders.
Yeah, well, it's just because of that arm. I think also because that arm's a bit tight, you know, like hasn't come right because it's all tighter. Maybe I don't know if it's all a wee bit linked, but it won't just relax down the same as the other side.
Okay, so just accept that arm where it is here and just kind of breathe into that sensation, into that awareness, into that noticing. Just be and breathe. Allowing all of the ways that your body shows up here. One more inhale breath. Exhale breath, begin to gently unwind. Arriving back to center here at your own pace. Finding any movements your body needs here. Just listening to what your body wants and taking it in this moment. Coming back to that breath.
I can sway easily. I'm good at swaying away from thinking about my breath because I think about what I'm going to have for lunch or what I'm going to do outside for the rest of the afternoon before it gets dark. So it's good when someone says like, just concentrate on your breath because otherwise I'll be like drifting. That's
Yeah.
just be aware of, but there have been some years.
Yeah, so lots of those thoughts that are always trying to come in and compete for attention.
Mm-hmm. Always.
We're going to move into a meditation, Jessie. So if you want to take that on your back or if you want to come up to a seat, wherever you feel you want to be for a short meditation.
Yeah, I gotta sit up. Oh, I won't cross my knees because I can't. Oh, no, I might do. No, I won't. I'll just go. Yeah.
Okay. And if there's a place you want to support your back, or if you feel okay right here, whatever you need.
There we go. Might tip on me, I don't think. Not much weight in it. Okay.
As you're ready, go ahead and close your eyes here. And just begin to breathe. Coming back to that inhale and exhale. Just noticing your own body breathing. Bringing the soul focus to those inhales and exhales. And begin to bring awareness to the pause at the top of each inhale and the pause at the bottom of each exhale. Allowing those pauses to link you from breath to breath. Feeling this body, this breath, right here, right now. And at that pause at the top of each inhale, begin to say to yourself here, at the bottom of each exhale now. Here and now, breath to breath.
I like that. That's a good tip.
Yeah, some cues to recite, just to be here with this breath. Right here, right now. Nowhere else to be, nothing else to do in this moment, but to breathe. Breathing here and now. And with your breath, keeping you in this present moment, just acknowledge what comes up to you in this present moment as most important. Breathing into that. Breathing into this body, this moment. One more breath in. Exhale, breath out. Begin to slowly open your eyes here. And just take a moment to reflect over the session, any movements, any thoughts, any feelings that might have come up. And I want you to speak about what stood out to you the most.
Not well, just that, I don't know, just that yeah, that I like the here now, like thinking of it like that when you're doing it, because I haven't heard anyone say that before, and that's actually quite quite good, because then you are kind of thinking, like saying it in your brain as you're doing it, instead of like thinking about something else. You're going like, here now.
Yeah,
It sounds ridiculous, but I think it actually does. I think it actually did. Yeah.
Yeah, so allowing that mantra to kind of link with your breath and kind of help keep
Yeah.
you in the moment is
Mm.
okay. So that came up. Is there any way, does that relate to your life in any way? Is there any way that kind of insight comes up in your day to day that you can think of? Or any ways that shows up?
No, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sometimes very here now. I'm kind of like, I can think too much in advance, but then I'm just trying to like if I'm doing something, I can be like thinking, as I'm doing it, I can be thinking like already, like, is this the right step for the next day, or is this the right step for, like, for the next plan type thing. So I'm always thinking.
Yeah, so kind of notice yourself planning.
Yeah, well, I do. I can do that when I'm like just, doing nothing maybe, but I'm actually like thinking all the time, which is quite bad, which is why I should be doing more, like, doing something like this every night, because you give my brain a break for a little bit. But
yeah, so
it's easy to say, you should do it. It's different doing it.
yeah, so is there a way you could kind of bring that breath or that mantra of the here and now and kind of apply it to the way somewhere in your life, or something related to the way that you plan?
Well, you just sometimes should not think too much. You just go and do the job and then come back. But sometimes sometimes I'm like just thinking, double checking in my brain that I'm thinking, am I doing it? Am I, is it the right thing to be doing? So I think I'm like, yeah. It gives myself I distract myself in a bad way by thinking a lot. So it's not helpful all the time for me to do it as much as I do. But nah,
Yeah, so it feels like you're distracting yourself.
Well, if I'm thinking heaps, then it is distracting me, kind of thing.
Yeah. So is there a way that you could take anything that came up during that meditation, the breathing or the here and now, and kind of use it going forward to incorporate that presence a little bit in your day to day?
Yeah, well, I probably should. Because they say that if you do some breathing, even like outside, if you, suddenly like, oh my God, I'm getting too stressed and too much, and then you can do some breathing for like 5 minutes, and and then that'll help reframe you. But I don't usually do it, but I know yeah. There's a lot I know, but I I don't always follow through.
Yeah. It can be a
But
lot at times. And is there a way that you could make a small goal or something that you could do in the next 24 or 48 hours to maybe incorporate that, even if it's something that took 1 minute? Is there anything you could think of where you could bring that in?
I don't know. Well, I'm always out. I like to, I'm always, if I can be, I'm outside in the daytime, because there's always things to do outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, I could. I'm just thinking of a fun way I could try and do something. Because I mean, you could just breathe. You could just stand there and breathe. But
Yeah, so standing there and breathing, absolutely. Is there something that you normally see day to day, or a cue right when you walk outside, something that we could tie where you see it and you say, I'm going to take a breath in and a breath out? Even something that that simple or that small to start?
Yeah. Well, maybe if I look at my cell phone, I could like do it could be a penalty is doing breathing. Then I'll like put it away. Or I do it as like or I could say it as like nah, I probably shouldn't use a cell phone as something. No, I just have to, but yes, I could think of something that's just something I can.
Do you typically walk outside through the same door or the same direction?
Yeah, I do. Well, yeah, I do walk outside through the same door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe just when I walk outside, I could do something.
Yeah, so maybe even as you walk through the door, just thinking, taking a breath in and a breath out in the here and now, even starting there.
Yeah. Yes.
Does that seem like something you could incorporate? Not necessarily even every day, but just setting a goal to maybe doing it tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah. Well, no, I probably should. I could every time I walk, like come in for every time I go out and every time I come in to grab some food, I should make sure that I do it then.
Yeah. So
or something.
Having that cue as you walk through the door, just to remind yourself to take a breath in and out.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead and close your eyes quickly. And I want you to just visualize yourself in the morning, walking towards that door as you're about to go outside, really visualizing yourself reaching for the handle, stepping through that door, and just cueing your body to take that breath into the here and that breath out to the now. Just feeling what it's like in your body to walk through the door and breathe and begin your day. And how does that feel?
Well, it will probably it would probably feel good, I think. No, it would feel good. I'm sure it would.
Does it seem doable?
I'm visualizing it.
Does that seem doable?
Yeah, no, it is doable. I just have to do it. Just have to do it.
Well, Jessie, thank you so much for being open to trying this with me. I appreciate it, especially from so far away.
Did you get a few people? Have you got quite a few people saying though, like quite a few people that have reached and said they'd do it?
I did. I was shocked by how many people volunteered to do it. It was pretty amazing, and people from all over the world too. So it's been really interesting and really neat to connect with all these different women who were so open to a new experience.
That's cool. That's good. That's good you could do that. Zoom's a wonderful tool, actually. Amazing.
It is. Yeah. Something interesting that came out of all of this for sure.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
So
well,
how many more months of study? I
will be done officially on July 13th after a long time.
Awesome.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So any questions or anything about the session or anything?
No, I don't think so. No, it just makes me remember how old I feel, but I can change that. I just need to use the body doing these stretches and all that rather than just using it for walking, because walking's good, but it doesn't really do the finer bits, does it?
Yeah,
Doesn't
it's just, I
stretch it
feel
as
like
such.
it's just always so interesting to kind of feel into the awareness of moving your body in different ways, you know? At the very least,
Yeah.
it gives information. So
Yeah.
always useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Jessie, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, I should do. It's nice and sunny outside, so I've just got to finish off what I can before it gets dark.
Awesome. Well, it was so
Okay.
nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
And
I hope to connect.
congratulations. I'm sure you'll finish it fine.
Thank
Not
you.
far
I
away.
hope so. All right. Bye, Jessie.
Okay, thank you.